I've lost over 50 pounds by practicing intermittent fasting. What is it? How do you do it? Stick around and find out. You are you, and I am Vincent Buddha 2.0. Hey, welcome back to the channel. I am Vincent Buddha 2.0. Thank you so much for joining me today for this video. If you are new, welcome. If you are not subscribed, believe it or not, over 70% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. Just hit that subscribe button below, put a like on the video, and even put a comment and say hi. So today we are talking about something that I have been practicing and trying to practice for a very long time, and that is intermittent fasting. What is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is not eating for a certain amount of time and then eating for a certain amount of time. Now, to be more specific, what I do, people do different things. Sometimes you can fast for days. Other times, what people usually do and what I do is I do something called a 16 and 8 window. So for 16 hours, from starting around 9 p.m. at night, I'll stop eating. And then somewhere around between 12 to 2 p.m. the next day, I'll have my first actual full-size meal. Now, I say full-size meal because I'll explain that later. However, so I have 16 hours where I am not eating food. I'm drinking water. Sometimes I'll ingest a protein shake. However, real just straight fasting is not downing that protein shake. You just need to be on water and that is it. However, 16 hours not eating anything, not eating any food, and then you have an 8-hour window where you do eat food, and that's what I've been practicing now for over 2 months, and I have lost over 50 pounds. Last February, I was diagnosed with pre-diabetes at the age of 37, and my endocrinologist put me on something called Mounjaro. Now, Mounjaro is an amazing medication that lowers A1C, levels out blood sugar. I've been on Mounjaro for about over 2 months now, and it doesn't just do that, it also has some side effects where it slows down gastric emptying. So it makes you feel fuller longer and you don't feel that hunger feeling all the time. And that has definitely helped me with losing weight. However, I would say intermittent fasting is something that I've been using that has been helping me in a large way. I've always tried intermittent fasting in the past. I would do it for a couple days, sometimes even a week or two, and I would see really awesome results. I would feel good. I would be less hungry. However, I would fall off after a certain time because then that hunger would come back. But Mounjaro has been helping me to stick to intermittent fasting. The first month I was doing intermittent fasting, I wouldn't eat anything for that 16-hour window of fasting. However, after the first month, I said, I want to put on muscle. I want to keep my muscle. So I made sure that in that 16-hour window of fasting, before I worked out and after I worked out, I wanted to protect my muscles. And so I would take about 30 to 40 grams of protein through a protein shake. So even though I'm still intermittent fasting, I am allowing that protein in there. And I think that's a good thing, especially if you like to fast and work out. Now, working out while fasting does work for most people. However, I wanted to make sure that I am putting something in my body that will protect my muscles and also help build my muscles with that 30 to 40 grams of protein 2 times. Now, I don't eat any actual food, chewing my mouth with food, until somewhere between 12 and even sometimes 3 o'clock. I am down over 50 pounds, and tomorrow I'm putting out my results for week 10 while taking Mounjaro and doing this amazing intermittent fasting. Look at what this doctor has to say about intermittent fasting.
4. Embrace intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, broadly speaking, refers to any diet where a person voluntarily partakes in periods of eating separated by periods of fasting. There are many methods of intermittent fasting described, but some of the more popular methods include the 16 and 8 method, where every single day you fast for 16 hours of the day and you eat 8 hours of the day. Another method that's commonly described is the 5 and 2 method. This is where you could eat normally for 5 days of the week, but you fast for 2 days of the week, but in those 2 days, you can actually eat between 500 to 600 calories. Regardless of what fasting method you use, one of the key ways intermittent fasting helps us lose weight is it gives our body time to burn fat. Normally when we eat food, our body has to store some of it to use for energy later. Two of the key stores of energy in our body are glycogen and fat. Glycogen is made up of sugar and glucose that we eat in our diet, and it's usually stored in the liver. A little bit is also stored in muscle in our body as well. When we start fasting, our body actually goes for the glycogen stores first and uses that up for energy. However, with prolonged fasting, our glycogen stores will become depleted and the body has to look for another source for energy. This is when your body will start burning fat through a process called ketosis. This is why fasting is so important, because if you're eating 3 meals a day plus snacks, you're not leaving enough time to fast for the body to get through those glycogen stores and start burning the fat. So this is why I encourage patients to embrace fasting, and I do see patients that can stick to long periods of intermittent fasting maintain their weight loss.
So that's amazing. Through fasting, you can drain your glycogen stores and then you can lose weight by your fat being eaten away, okay? By your fat actually being depleted and instead of your muscles being depleted, right? So I think intermittent fasting is a great way, a great thing to add into if you are on Mounjaro, Ozempic, Wegovy, anything that is subsiding your hunger. And this not only is good while you're on the shot, but also post-shot. And so I plan on possibly downgrading my doses when I get to my goal weight. And once I get to my goal weight, I'll downgrade my doses from wherever I am to the lowest one. If I still need to stay on Mounjaro for the rest of my life, I might, but hopefully I can go down in my dosages and then I could possibly even come off and still overcome hunger by trying this intermittent fasting. So if intermittent fasting sounds like something good to you, I would say go ahead and try it. I know sometimes when I talk about fasting, sometimes I do spiritual fasts, and other times this is a fast that I do for fitness, okay, and health. However, if you cannot fast, then I would say don't fast. You always want to talk to your doctor about this. When I did go to the endocrinologist, my endocrinologist actually recommended intermittent fasting, and I said, okay, I'll try it. And I see that in 10 weeks I am down over 50 pounds, and you'll be able to see how much weight I'm down tomorrow, so make sure you watch that video. However, go ahead and try it. Don't just try it for a day. Go ahead and try it for a week or two and see if it's something that's going to help and helps the weight come off, because it definitely helps. It definitely has helped me, but everyone's different. We have a few shout outs. This is something new that we're doing on the channel. Please comment below. Let me know how much weight you have lost, whether you're on Wegovy, Ozempic, or Mounjaro, or even just in your fitness journey, how much weight you have lost, how you lost it, because I think we can help a lot of people. So I want to shout out Patricia Green, she says that she's a shade less than 20 pounds away from her goal weight, but that's a secondary consideration for her since she has type 2 diabetes. She fully expects to stay on this diabetes medication for the rest of her life, and she really liked Mounjaro, but she has to actually change the semaglutide. So, hey, Patricia Green, I think you're going to do great. I think you're going to keep with this and stay with it. Thank you so much for your comment. Also, at Bushcraft on Horseback 303, you said that you just started Mounjaro on Saturday. Keep inspiring. Thank you so much for saying that, but also you're inspiring us. Please let us know how things are going, how you're feeling, what you're eating, the exercises you're doing, so keep on going in that way. Also, at I don't know, even have to say this, at Amberb7583, I've lost 24 pounds in 5 weeks on Mounjaro. And she says that she started at 360, started on Mounjaro at 222, and her current weight is 196. She had weight loss surgery previously. She was stalled at 220 pounds for a month, but Mounjaro jump-started her weight loss again, and she's telling everyone about Mounjaro. I am as well. You guys are doing so great. Thank you for those comments, and if you want a shout out in my next video, please put your story down down below how much weight you're losing, what you're doing, and I would love to shout you out. Well, for the rest of you, please put a subscribe down below, put a comment down below, and also like the video so it can get out to more people. You are you, and I am Vincent Buddha 2.0. Hold on a second. I have some more videos to share. Check this one out or this one out over here. They are curated just for you.